All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 18th of October, and this is on Monday. So this live stream is happening a bit earlier than it's scheduled usually, because I have some appointments tonight. So that's why I decided to do the live stream right now, which is right now at 11:30 a.m. in UTC time zone. So hopefully you enjoy it, and in case you missed this live stream, of course you can watch it on archive and enjoy my comments on the markets right now. It looks like it's been ranging, it's been retracing backwards, so that's why I think the live stream today is going to be a bit shorter. And I think, you know, in this way, if I do it, the live streams like at this moment right now, a bit earlier than usual, then I expect some people from Asian countries can join and enjoy my live. So right now, since I have moved in Dubai, I'm getting like many appointments at nighttime. So if I cannot make it at 6 p.m. in Dubai time, which is 2 p.m. in UTC time zone, to do the live stream, then I'm thinking to do it a bit earlier, or sometimes it might be later. So I will try to be more flexible. I will be more flexible in terms of schedule for the next couple of weeks. But anyhow, please, I hope you can join and enjoy the live stream until the end of today. So yeah, let's see. Let me squeeze my face and start. So just a quick disclaimer as usual. This content is basically based on my own experience and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do with your risk management. And also, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines on my live stream, that would be great. So yeah, let's see. So since this is a bit short notice live stream, and which is a bit different schedule than usual, this is happening at, let me refresh. This is right now at 11:33 a.m. in UTC time zone. But hopefully you can enjoy my comments on the markets until the end. So yeah, let's see. Oh, I do see some viewers here now. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and say hi, everyone. All right. Hello, Mason. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Roban, good to see you too. And Asif, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. So since this Monday, most of the times market retraces, and it looks like that's what's happening. So I will quickly screen the charts. So I have screened already before, and I don't see any trends in higher time frames. Like there is no trend in the daily chart or the forward chart. But we can, of course, expect, or we can create a scenario for future days, maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or this week. We can create some scenarios today, although it's retracing, ranging. So in that sense, I think Euro USD is still downtrend, because I see that the over here the Senko span A is down, and Kijun Sen's pointing down, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish as per daily time frame. So I expect this week it continues to be downtrend, but we'll see. It might be ranging or retracement to Kijun Sen still. So my view on the euro dollar is bearish on Monday. So let's see if it becomes persistent until tomorrow or the day after. So yeah, and also I can draw the descending trend line on euro dollar. So when I look at the market like this, I can draw the descending trend line. Always make sure to draw lines. So you see 3 times bounce from today, and last Friday, Thursday, we had 3 bounces, and so I expect the market continuously go downtrend in this way, according to the Kumo and Kijun Sen angle. But this is for the long term, and of course I wait for the confirmation in the lower time frames. But it's good to know so that we can expect this continuation for this week. All right, I do see more people here now. Thank you for joining, everyone. Although this was a bit short notice with some different schedule than usual. So this live stream is happening at 11:33 a.m. in UTC time zone right now because I've got some appointments tonight. So that's why I decided to do the live stream a bit ahead before so that people can join still and enjoy my live. And of course, you can enjoy archives afterwards. All right, everyone. And Ivan, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Kishore, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. All right, Roge, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's a bit early live stream. So this week, next week, I might be doing some early live streams, or it might be later live streams. But yeah, in this way, for those who cannot make it on a regular schedule, can actually hop in and enjoy my analysis live. So whoever who can join, it's welcome for everybody for this analysis. So yeah, let's see. Son and Rizad, good to see you. Ruhaizad, sorry, good to see you too. And yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you. I do see Yokobe here. Thank you for joining. And Trade with Ichimoku, good to see you too. It's been a while. Thank you for joining here. Great to see. All right, so here is euro dollar. It's bearish. So I expect the market go down for this week. And also, let's see. I just squeeze a chart like this just to make sure that if there is no support level at this point, and it looks like there isn't. You see that previously there was a huge breakout, but there is no supports whatsoever. So yeah, if it breaks the previous low, 1.1526 sometime this week, then this downtrend can be continuous. So I still expect the market go down for this week, and that's the euro dollar. Yeah, so let's see. Let me look some other pairs that I think it's interesting. So euro AUD retracing backwards now. So not a good timing to look at it. Euro pound is also bearish, but today's retracement. So in this one also, euro pound, I think this one is also interesting to watch today or tomorrow because the market retracing backwards, but there is a previous support level at 0.8449. So it could retrace backwards to that level and bounces and goes bearish sometime this week. So we can expect this move, and if it happens, we can look for a sell chance by the price action. But if it breaks that level, the previous support, then it may continue back to the Kijun Sen or Tenkan Sen. So the retracement can be a bit more longer time. But still, this is bearish. So I would just wait for the bearish trend. So in this case, once again, my view is the market retraces back to the previous support level and continuously go down this way. So, but today's retracing, if I can just look at the 1 hour chart, see it's retracing and the price is now above the Kijun Sen. So in 1 hour chart, it shows a range. So in this case, I don't look for the sell chance because it might retrace back to the Kumo here. So yeah, let's see. And if it breaks the previous resistance level at 0.8444 and also retrace back to the Kumo, then this becomes an inverse head and shoulders in 1 hour. So the market could trace all the way back to that level. So the point for today for this euro pound is whether the market will be resisted in this area in between 0.8444 and 0.8449 and see if it goes downwards or not. It's a key for today. So without taking any trades, you can watch charts and create scenarios in your head like this so that when it really happens, you can get ready to take trades. So yeah, so that's Euro Pound. Let's see what else we have. Euro JP flat, Euro CAD is within the Kumo now. Oh, sorry, this was 1 hour chart. So once again, Euro JPY is up. And now this is engulfing structure. So the market could retrace backwards. Now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Kumo's too small, too thin, I mean. So it might retrace backwards here. Yeah, and there was a previous resistance level exactly over here at 132.71. You see the previous resistance from the 23rd of June this year. So in that sense, it may retrace backwards. So Euro JPY, I would stay away from today until it breaks the resistance. So yeah, let's see. Euro CAD is now Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market most likely retraces back to the Tenkan Sen because after the previous Tenkan Sen breakout, which happened on the 22nd of September, the market has been downtrending so far, almost 1 month. So without retracing back to the Tenkan Sen, it's been down for the last like 25, 20, 23 bars or so. So most likely market retraces back to the Tenkan Sen is my view for this Euro CAD in the daily chart. So since retracement can be a bit more stable and stronger, I would avoid taking trades from this one either. Yeah, so let's see. Euro Swiss franc it's been supported at 1.0692. That was a support level, and it's retracing backwards. So I don't look for any chance here. Let's see. USD JPY is up, but this is at the resistance level in between 114.50 and 114.75, which was previous all the way back in 5th of October 2018, and also all the way further in the back, which was over here at November 17th. I mean the November 2017. So we had the resistance level here all the way back, but since there was no resistances beforehand, the market might see that, and there might be some sellers in the market. So in that sense, for this dollar yen, I just wait for the market to break the 114.75 and look for the buy chance afterwards, just to be safer. So looks like JPY is not as strong as last week if I refer to the strength chart. And just refresh for today, the JPY is a light blue, and you see it's been flat sideways. So JPY is not that weak so far, but we'll see. It may be weaker and weaker until the end of the today or tomorrow. So we have to see how it plays out. And so today looks like USD is the strongest and AUD is the weakest. And right now, in the short term, Swiss franc is going up, and CAD, CAD is going down. But besides that, almost everything is a bit flat ranging. So that's why we don't see any trends, or the market is not really active today. So coming back to the charts, so dollar yen, I would just expect the market breaks the resistance, and I will look for buy afterwards. So let's see. Hello, Jacob. Thank you for joining. And Mark, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. Let's see. Yeah, Kuvier, I'm in Dubai right now. Yes, that is true. Rahizat says AUD USD maybe make bullish N wave in a daily time frame. All right, let's take a look at that one. AUD USD. So yeah, AUD USD, in terms of my view, this is in the P wave in the daily chart. So if this N wave to be continuous, then it could go up and breaks the resistance level of over here at around 0.7480. But until we see the breakout, we can't conclude that this is going to be N wave. It might be resisted at the previous resistance and retraces backwards too. Or since this is within the P wave, it might be resisted here and retraces backwards to the Kijun Sen or the lower part of the upper trend line too. And it may bounce and goes up, and the market keeps ranging up and down like this. So, but when it goes up and down like this way, then I mentioned it previously on my previous video or live stream, is that the Kijun Sen shows the mid price. So if I just take out all the lines but the Kijun Sen, so let me just disable other lines of Ichimoku. The green one is the Kijun Sen. You see in the P wave, Kijun Sen shows exactly in the mid price. So every time the market takes away from Kijun Sen, it retraces backwards, and it takes away and retraces backwards in this way. So now it's taken off, and today is bearish. So I think sell would be a better call, and expect the market reaches back to the Kijun Sen. And this is called a Kijun Sen retracement strategy that you can trade within the range market like this, or simply when the market goes down this way, and at the bottom the market retraces like this, and usually it retraces back to, sorry about my poor handwriting, it retraces back to Kijun Sen like this. You know, of course not always 100%, but that could be a good target if you look at the daily chart. So in that sense, within the P wave and today's bearish, the market could retrace back to the Kijun Sen in the daily chart is my view. And also this level was a previous resistance and support. This is called a reversal line, 0.7312. So in that sense also, it might retrace back to that level and goes up this way, or it remains in the P wave like this way. So so we'll see which way it goes. But in the short term, it's bearish. So so this week could be bearish on this pair. All right, Tulun, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. And Sudesh, good to see you too. Thank you for joining as well. Although this was a live stream in a different schedule with a short notice, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you. Glad you made it on this live stream. So right now, this is at 11:49 a.m. in UTC time zone that I'm doing the live stream because I have some appointments tonight, so I can't do it at night time. All right, let's see. Mander says, hi K, where do you refer the strength chart? And also Kishore says, Sir K, can you please tell us about the website for the currency strength chart? So the one that I'm using here is simply, the name is currency strength chart. You can Google it and find it out. Or you can also come to my website, come to my web page and go to free download and click on the currency strength chart. Here in this page, if you just open it, then you can have the link to the strength chart here. Also, I have the video about how I use this strength chart, and also you get the free download PDF. This is not big volume. This is few pages long, but you can refer to that PDF and know how to use the strength chart. So the link is here, so you can click this one and launch to that page. So this is very, very convenient. I use it every day. When I screen charts or when I take trades, I refer to it and take trades. But one thing is that I never trade with this. This is only for the reference, but my trading confirmations are made by Ichimoku and other confirmations in multiple time frames. Because the market strengths can change at any time. So right now we see AUD is going down, but it might turn bullish anytime soon. So this is not a technical indicator. This is just a strength chart among each currency. It's a relative currency strength chart. So it's not like subjective strength chart. So this is not an indicator, but this is just a graph of the strength chart, relative strengths. So yeah, good to see you, Nin. And Wong, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And AA, KTS, good to see you. Blackwater, nice to see you too. Thank you for joining. All right, Darius says, hi, is volume important in Ichimoku analysis? Personally, not for the Ichimoku, but I would say in Forex, I don't really pay attention to the volumes. So I don't think it's really important. But in stock market or indices, for sure, volume will be important. And I don't really use volumes with Ichimoku. So yeah, it's not really important in Ichimoku analysis, technically speaking. All right, Kale, thank you for joining. Good to see you. 2 months joining in the KTS community. Sure, thank you for joining the 2 months. So now you have the badge turning a bit blue. That's good to see. All right, so let me go back to the chart and look at some other pairs. So I have covered Euro dollar, Euro AUD, and Euro pound, Euro JP, Euro CAD I covered, and also Euro Swiss franc, dollar JPY I covered it, and AUD USD I covered it too. So yeah, let me enable all the other lines. So yeah, let's see. So let's look at some other pairs that I think it's interesting to see. Pound dollar is still ranging. The market broke the Kijun Sen and now it's going up and it retraces back to the Kumo here. But I don't see any trend directions, so I would just stay away. Pound yen, I think this is good. Pound yen has been blowing up to the upside. And this is right now, today's the doji candle. There is no directions. So, but I do see some potential breakout still. And in terms of the resistance, the previous resistance level was from the 27th of May at 156.11. And after the breakout last Friday, it's just going up right now. So let's see, let me squeeze the chart all the way. And there was a previous resistance all the way back in the January 2018. But that level is also broken upwards. So I think this uptrend can be continuous. We do see some resistances, but these are all the way back from the 2016. So and this is not an all-time high. So I would say that this market is continuously bullish in my eyes. In terms of the time cycles, I got too many lines from the previous analysis. So let me just up like this so that you don't want to get confused by the previous analysis. So I also have the time cycles here. So whenever I do the Forex analysis by time cycles, I take the highs and lows, and in between the highs and lows, in certain time frame, I see if these are in similar numbers in between. So if you just focus on the highs from the previous high from the 24th of June until the 13th of July, which was 14 bars. And from this high to the next high, it was 13 bars. So this is only one candlestick difference. So you see some pattern here. You see some time cycle. And from this one to the next high, 11th of August, which was only 10 bars, but the next one was 12. And the next swing high was 14 bars from until the 14th of September. And from here to the next one, it was 11 bars. So I was expecting that the next high can be on the 12th of October. But looks like the market has been going up still. So I have to redo the time cycles in this case. And apparently the swing high was marked on the 15th of October. So I would just minor change, adjust it like this. And 15th October was 14 bars. So on the time cycle in the highs, we do see some 14 bars over here. 1 and 13 bars close and 14 bars here too. So in that sense, the market can retrace backwards from here to the next swing low, which was marked on the 21st of October. So since on the swing lows or in the time cycle of 22 and 24 bars in between, so the next potential low was most likely it's going to be on around 21st of October. So in that sense, from this time cycle analysis, I expect the market retraces backwards 1 to 3 days to the future until 21st of October. And it may bounce at its previous resistance level at 156.11 and may continue to go up this way. So we can come back to the chart on the 21st of October and see if it bounces, or you can just monitor the chart every day, see if it breaks upwards furthermore. So in these days are called henkabi in Japanese. So the previous henkabi so far was the 15th of October and 21st of October. So we'll see if it goes down a bit more for the next 3 days and goes up after Thursday. So in that sense, I won't buy right now. I won't buy because of this potential retracement by these time cycles. All right, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining. All right, Sudesh, good to see you. Let's see, Heike, below zero level in strength chart, does it weak strength of the currency? Yes. If you see the strength chart currency to be below the other currencies, then this is the weakest one at the moment. So we see all the AUD pairs are going down or up. If it's AUD something, then the market should be going down. And if it's something AUD, then the market should going up right now. All right, Mohammed says, I learned a lot from you. Thanks really as always. You're welcome, Mohammed. Glad you joined and learned from my live streams and videos like this. Nissan says, hello sir, how can I set my chart with the Ichimoku? You can simply add the Ichimoku indicator on TradingView, and you can use this default one because default Ichimoku indicator is the correct one. There are some customized Ichimoku indicators in TradingView, but simply you can use the default one. So you just type Ichimoku and Ichimoku here, and you get many. But you can just stick to this one, Ichimoku Cloud, and just use this built-in indicator because the displacement and calculations are all right for this one. Okay, let's see. Wongalan says, hi Kay, please review Pound CAD. All right, let me check Pound CAD. I've covered Pound Yen. And now covering Pound CAD. So Pound CAD right now in the daily chart, it's retracing backwards. Retrace back to the Tenkan-sen now. So from here, it may bounce and continuously go down this way. So we'll see if it happens today or tomorrow. But once the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, then as Ichimoku nature, it tends to retrace back to the Kijun-sen, so we might see the bullish trend in the lower time frames. So whether the market bounces Tenkan-sen or not is a key for this week. Rahizat says, so hard to find Ichimoku analysis using these 3 principles in YouTube. Sure. I think we have to have enough experience and knowledge to be able to use Ichimoku correctly in 3 theories. So wave theory, time theory, price theory are also all the part of the Ichimoku theories, but also you have to be able to use 5 lines also at the same time. So you can't take time cycles by itself to take trades, or you can't take the wave analysis by itself to take trades. Everything should be integrated as one and do analysis and take trades. AA says, K, what if the higher time frame is buying but lower time frame breaks into a sell? Do you still follow the bias of the higher time frame? Yeah, I would follow the bias of the higher time frame in that case, because most likely in that case it's in a retracement. So until the higher time frame goes flat, I expect the market go down in the lower time frames. But once higher time frame goes flat, then lower time frame can be dominant, and Kumo breakout might happen in the higher time frame, and everything turns up to be a bullish market. So yeah, as long as higher time frame is pointing, let's say, downwards, then even if we see retracement like this, I expect market goes down this way still, if it's bearish overall. Right, Ferry says, do you see a bullish divergence on 1 hour pound yen? Right, let's pound yen, 1 hour chart, bullish divergence. So let's see. I do see Kumo's up. Kijun Sen is, I think it's flat technically. Let me cancel the candlesticks. Yeah, Kijun Sen flat right now. And the Tenkan Sen is with the Kijun Sen. You see exactly Tenkan Sen overlapping with the Kijun Sen right now. And this is showing the complete range market. So since the market was exactly on these levels, I would say that the market fluctuates sometime, and I would avoid buying it until the market breaks the resistance. So let me turn back the candles. So you see candles been ranging, and this is called P wave of Ichimoku. So the highs are getting lower and the lows getting higher, and this is called P wave. So I would expect the market breaks the P wave upwards along with the daily direction. But since this was in the time cycle high over here, it may retrace. So once the market breaks the P wave downwards, then it can retrace back to the Kumo. So in that case, you will see downtrend afterwards. So yeah, I would say that this P wave can be broken downwards in this case by time cycles. So this is my view. All right, AA, you're welcome. Hello, Agani. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining. All right, good to see you. So thank you for joining, everyone. Although this was a different schedule in different timing for the live stream, because I've got things to do at nighttime, so I decided to do the live a bit earlier than it's scheduled usually. So this is 12 or 5 p.m. in UT's time zone. So yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for joining on the market discussion. So looks like today is Monday and the market has been retracing backwards, but we can still do some analysis like this. So yeah, you can technically be away from the charts until tomorrow because it's been retracing. But while waiting for the chance to come, you can just analyze chart a bit more like this and see if we can find some potential up or down trends for this week. Hello, Arcadi. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Mander says, how about sell during the retracement? Yeah, that is possible. So you can sell at the retracement. So for example, in this case, in the daily chart, since Kijun Sen flat, the market could retrace backwards to the Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen. So once you see the downtrend or the breakout of the P wave, you can follow the downtrend afterwards. That is possible. Hello, Ajay. Good to see you. And hello, Emmanuel. Thank you for the comments as always. Thank you for joining. All right. Mariel says, good evening. We don't want to be spoon-fed, but we are very glad if you place your stop loss TP in every Forex pair in your analysis. No need to copy them, but as a guide for our trades. Sure, sure. So when I find a good market example or good entry edge, then I will talk about the SA on TP. But right now, I don't feel positive to take trades. So that will be the topic when I see a really good setup. All right, Internet Astronaut says, can you show us some time cycle working in the market? So yeah, I have showed it here on the pound yen. Has been up and down in time cycles. So the highs are roughly between 14 bars to 12 bars, 10 bars in between. So I expect last Friday on the 15th of October was the previous high in Henkabi. And from here, I expect the market retraces backwards to the previous Henkabi, which was 21st of October. In this time cycles on 22 to 24 bars in between the lows, and retraces backwards and bounces and goes up in this way. So in that sense, pound yen, I don't feel positive to buy at the moment. Yeah, Won, you're welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, Internet says, can you make a video or talk about Kyushu legs? Yeah, I will. I will talk about the Kyushu legs. So I'm thinking to create the Ichimoku part 6 to 10 series right now. I'm working on the videos. And when I upload on one of these series, I will talk about the Kyushu legs. I think that will be the first Kyushu leg video in YouTube because I don't see any explanations about it in deeper level. So for those who doesn't know about the Kyushu legs is another Ichimoku analysis way. So simply these are called Kyushu legs. Unlike candlesticks, Kyushu legs are not really to trade, but this to see the bigger picture of the market. And you see blue candles and white candles. White candles are the bullish candles or bullish Kyushu legs, and blue ones are called bearish Kyushu legs. And the market goes up and down in cycle, and you can find these pattern cycles by Kyushu legs in this way. And mainly in the original book, it says we have to use it on the weekly basis, weekly time frame. But I do see some valid confirmations in the daily chart or the lower time frames for the Kyushu legs. So sometimes I do see that in the lower time frames too. So right now it has been, this is pound AUD. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, 4 Kyushu legs on the upside. So it might be continuous for the next, let's say, 4 bars or 5 bars. So that will be 9 as Kihon Suchi number. But yeah, I will talk about it more details on the future videos. So until then, you can just enjoy my live streams and videos about these Ichimoku basics so far. Yeah, I think Kyushu leg video is the first video that I will be creating for 6 to 10 part series. But yeah, that will be also interesting to see the reactions of the traders and also some comments about the Kyushu legs. Let's see. Hello, Minoru Endo. Thank you for joining. Good to see you here. John Harris says pin bar on Euro Swiss franc daily chart. Let's see. Euro Swiss franc daily chart. Pin bar. Yeah. We have the pin bar today, or this is, yeah, the body is a bit big for the pin bar. But one thing I just recognize is that there are too many wicks up and downwards. So this is too tricky market to be in. So let's say you sell. Let's say you sell here. And afterwards, the market might retrace backwards. And you might exit here. And afterwards, the market goes down this way. So this is very tricky. So I would not be in the trades. Yeah, I will make sure to wait for the market breaks the support level and look for the sell chance afterwards. Raimundo says, can we discuss some time about the BNF strategy to trade towards the Kijun-sen? BNF never used Ichimoku, so we can't see any strategies of BNF by Ichimoku Kijun-sen retracement. But yeah, technically we can combine. But BNF's strategy, I think, is a bit, it's a bit for the stock markets, first of all. And also the way he trades was not only about the technicals, but also he looks at many informations at the same time. And he takes trades in a very quick way. So he goes into the market and comes out very soon. So yeah, I can find some his strategies, but he doesn't really tell everything about his strategy. So yeah, we can look at it. We can look at the Kijun-sen retracement by price action or lines, or maybe we can talk about the BNF strategy and somehow combine it in like a modern way of the strategy for Forex pairs. Yeah, BNF is such a quite great trader. He taught me a lot. Although I never met him, he taught me a lot through these forums and websites, and also some of his videos. Yeah, I learned a lot from the way he describes market, from the way he perceives the market, and yeah, the mental psychology. I learned a lot from him. Hussein says, sir, can I short dollar yen at 114.20? Euro dollar is very quiet. Yeah, euro dollar is now bearish, but it's kind of quiet. So, or it's retracing backwards. So the topic is whether the market will be bouncing by this descending trend line or not this week. And dollar yen, this is uptrend, but I will wait for the market to break the 114.75 and then look for the buy chance afterwards, because this is the resistance level in the past, so it may continue to retrace back to Tenkan-sen this week. Nissan says, shall we need to set up setting before using Ichimoku indicator? Shall we need to set up setting before using? I'm not sure exactly what you ask, but before using Ichimoku indicator, in terms of knowledge, I recommend you to have a good knowledge about the price action, because Ichimoku and price action relates a lot. So if you have a better understanding of price action, then you have better understanding of Ichimoku at the same time. All right, Gayan, good to see you. Thanks for joining. So this live stream is happening a bit earlier than it's usually scheduled because I've got some appointments at nighttime. So that's why I decided to do the live stream a bit earlier. But in this way, for those who weren't able to join at the regular time schedule, can join here and say hi or join discussion in the markets like this. So right now, this is 12:17 p.m. in UTC time zone. Usually, my live stream happens at 2 p.m. in UTC. So this is about 2 hours ahead before. Kishore says, Sir K, I am using free version of TradingView. Can you please tell me the difference between free and paid version? And if you share which one you're using, that would be great. Free versions, I think you can only put few indicators, but on the upgraded versions, you can have more indicators. And also in free version, you cannot select a layout. I think layout is only one. But if you upgrade, you can go up to like eight panels at the same time. So that difference. And yeah, there are a couple more differences. But I think these are the major difference. The one that I'm using right now is the premium. So yeah, so that's the difference. If your budget is okay, you can just use it on the Pro version. I think Pro version is just enough for everybody to analyze. Yeah, Internet Astronaut, you're welcome. Yes, Darius, he says, K, I'm new to Forex. I was wondering who sets market trends, the central banks or bigger market makers like institutions, etc. Yeah, big boys always there in the game. So institutions or bigger, banks, central banks can, affect markets, or the news can affect markets. So it's unlike other markets like Bitcoin or stock markets, the Forex market volume per day is much bigger. So yeah, so in that sense, one single tweet really cannot change the Forex market. But yeah, there are big boys. All right. Under QSHLEX is 9 weeks candles. Raizat says QSHLEX look more complicated than Ichimoku indicator. Yeah, that's right. If you're not used to it, then yeah, QSHLEX looks a bit more complicated like this. Then, well, these are, I think the since there are no wicks and no price action on the QSHLEX, it's something different. These are not the candlestick, but these are the QSHLEX, because the calculation is totally different from the candlesticks. All right. Yeah, Minoru Endo, thank you for reminding the like button. So if you liked the live stream so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. Internet says, have you considered moving to Singapore before moving to Dubai? No, I haven't. My intention was to move to Dubai since 2015. The first time I visited Dubai was 2015, and I liked it so much, and that's why I decided to move. But due to my business and coronavirus, I wasn't able to do so. Finally, this year, I was able to. I never visited Singapore before, so yeah, I'm not sure. If I visit it, then maybe I might. All right. All right, Mander, good to see you here. You're from Japan. Yes, you're from Japan. Thank you for joining. Hear about his name first time through your video. Oh, you mean BNF? Yeah, his name is Takashi Kotegawa. That's his real name. Yeah, but he likes to be called BNF, and that's why, in respect to him, I just call him BNF. In Japan, we don't really call him his real name. We just call him his nickname. So BNF is more popular name in Japan. All right. Yeah, Tam, good to see you. Yeah, let's see. Munder says, I love the Ichimoku indicator and retracement to Kijun-sen seems very possible. Yep. When the market retraces, you can use Kijun-sen retracement. So for example, in this one, dollar yen, since we have resistance level, the market could trace backwards. But since we have Tenkan-sen upwards still, so initial target in this case will be the Tenkan-sen. Because once the market reaches Tenkan-sen, it may bounce and goes up too. So in this case, I would say if you sell right now, the initial target will be the Tenkan-sen and the ultimate target will be the Kijun-sen all the way. And you can use this in the retracement condition. Lyman says free version allows only 3 indicators and 1 chart. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, so free version of TradingView offers 3 indicators, and you can't put no more than 3 indicators on at the same time. So for example, myself, I use the Bollinger Bands and stochastics to capture the entry confirmation. So I have 2 Bollinger Bands and 1 stochastics. So if you want to use my strategy, then you can just use a free version of the TradingView. And in the higher time frames, I only use 1 indicator, which is Ichimoku. So you don't need a lot of indicators to trade with my strategy. I used to have many indicators. I used to buy many indicators. I have spent so much in money to buy indicators and add more indicators. At that time, I was using MT4 for analysis and take trades. So not only Ichimoku, I used to use like many indicators. At the same time, I was placing like 10 or 15 indicators sometimes, including the bar count and also strengths. Each currency pair strengths. You get the arrows like euro dollar up or euro AUD down like that. You get this indicator on the MT4 also. So I was using that one, and I was using pivot points and parabolic SL and moving average and some other indicators. But now I'm much more simplified, only using Kumo and price action and lines and that becomes more profitable in the long run. But I think we had to go through this kind of era where you kind of take effort to learn and to be able to see market from different perspectives, and then afterwards you simplify. So yeah, because I used to put too many indicators on MT4 that the PC froze sometimes. So that's how I was addicted to the indicators in the past. And that was when I was losing. I was keep doing it and searching internet, what kind of new indicators are there, and sometimes buy it and just play it. And yeah, I will talk about it more in my second channel, I believe, about my journey of the Forex trading and also the difference from Japan and Dubai. Hussein says Q-Lex is more complicated than Ichimoku. No, it's not really complicated. Well, both are Ichimoku first of all. Q-Lex is the part of Ichimoku strategies. And since, well, yeah, sorry, I will talk about it more when I create the video officially. So I will just save that knowledge, information until then. But yeah, technically, Q-Lex is considered to be much simpler than Ichimoku 5 lines originally. Delish says, what is the outlook on gold? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. Gold has been ranging last week for huge spike in up and down, and now it's bearish. And overall, since market came back to the Kumo, it's range in the daily chart. So since there is no trend, I would stay away. But let me look at the lower time frames. For our chart, retrace back to the Kumo now. So it's range. In 1 hour chart, alright, in 1 hour chart, it looks to be downtrend. So let's see. I do see the support level here. Well, is this gonna be a trend line bounce? Oh, looks like this was a trend line reversal. So previous trend line bounce once and twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times, 6 times, and it just broken and testing it. So my view is bearish in this way. And Kumo's showing downwards too. The Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish to me. But this is only 1 hour chart. And since the daily chart is still flat, it may go up from here. But I think probability-wise, bearish is more dominant. I mean, sellers are more dominant in this condition in 1 hour chart. Internet says, when did technical analysis first begin in Japan? That was in the Edo period, 1600 era. It was originally created by rice trade. By the rice trade in Osaka, that was the origin of the indicators, candlesticks. Let's see. Do you see any oscillators like RSI? I've heard. Oh yeah, I use stochastics. Yeah, I do use stochastics for lower time frame confirmations. Rahaiza says equilibrium is the most important aspect of Ichimoku. That's why master. So that makes Kijun Sen as level 50. If you do a Fibonacci retracement, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Kijun Sen is a 50 level for the last 26 high and low, and Tenkan-sen is a 50 level for the last 9 candles high and low. And the Senko span B is the 50 level for the last 26 candles, and it's forwarded 26 candles to the future. So these are all called Hanne lines in Japanese. Hanne, Han means half, and Ne means price. So these are all called Hanne line, or middle price line in English. And it shows equilibrium in the markets, in the short term, and mid-term, and long-term markets. Okay, Kale says, I'm passionate about Forex, but now I can't become a full-time trader yet because I still have to accumulate more capital to become a full-time trader. Sure. You can start the full-time at any time, but I recommend you to become a full-time trader before, after you have the decent stats for your performance. So decent stats mean that you have to first of all trade 100 times at least, and then have a profit factor of 3, which is mandatory, and win rate of 30 to 40%. And then you can consider to be a full-time trader. Until then, you just practice and practice. So I don't recommend anyone to start trades until you have a solid performance, because it's also based on my experience. Before, when I became a part-time trader, when I became a full-time trader from part-time trader, I thought I have more opportunities and I thought I can make more profits. But that was my huge mistake. After I became full-time, I kept losing, and that was very, very painful. And because I was doing better when I was part-time, because when I was in part-time, time was limited. I was only able to screen chart and take trades for the 3 hours per day, and I was really focused on these 3 hours. But after I became full-time, I can simply watch charts almost every day. So I was constantly looking for where to sell, where to buy, all day long almost. And I lost so much in this way. So I think it's about psychology, or psychology of waiting. I wasn't able to wait enough for the chance to come. I was always looking for the chance every day, 24 hours. And that was my huge mistake, because I wasn't able to follow the previous strategy, and also I wasn't able to prove my strategy with my back testing or with my forward testings. And that's why I say, before you become a full-time trader, you have to have the performance. You better take trades at least 100 times and see how it goes. If it goes well, then of course you can do it with the real money. But if you do the real money, then the psychology will be also different. So with the real money, you can just start small amount and also try for the next couple of months to trade. And if that performance is good with the real money, then you can start to add more money in the Forex account and finally become a full-time trader. I think that will be a better way and more stable steps to follow. It's conservative, but in this way, you can kind of release the fears and you can step forward to become a full-time. And this is my honest opinion, is that you don't have to be full-time trader. Like myself, while I'm doing the live streams or trades, while I'm doing the trades every day, I do the live streams like this, or I do some other services. I start to study the stock market index trades And the other day, I went to some properties and see, other properties in Dubai. So I do many more activities than simply Forex trades. So I claim myself as a full-time trader because Forex is my main source of income, but it doesn't mean that I stick to charts all day long. So that's why I say time efficiency is very key, because we don't get paid according to how many trades you take or how many hours you screen charts. But you get paid according to the fact that the market goes towards a direction, and that's the only truth. So do that. You have to be very, very time efficient. Otherwise, you spend 24 hours per day, but you get nothing, or you may be losing, and that might create some frustrations like I did in the past. Okay, so looks like gold is going down. It's been resisted at the previous trend line and Kijun Sen in 1 hour chart, and it looks like it goes down this way. Okay, so yeah, I guess I will be ending the live stream for now. I do see many more comments, but sorry, I have to go. So I will just finish the live for now at this moment. But yeah, thank you for joining everyone today. Although it was a different schedule live stream, I'm glad that everybody joined my live and enjoyed the session. So yeah, like this, I might be doing the live stream as not always scheduled at 2 p.m. UTC. Sometimes I start early, or sometimes I might start later, depending on my schedule. But hopefully, when you see me on live, you can just hop in and say hi, and we can do some market discussions onwards. So once again, thank you for joining, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.